Hi, good morning all. Today we are going to discuss about the continuation of the previous class, that is functional programming. Okay, in the last class we have discussed about different concept of functional programming, like based upon the parameter, whether we are passing the parameter into the function or not. These are types, right? Parameterized function and non-parameterized function. Similarly, based upon the return type, whether the function having return type or not, we have two different types of the function and not. Today we are going to discuss something else, something little bit different and bit complex, I can say. The new concept is like formal and actual argument, you can say. When a function is defined, it may have some parameter. These parameters receive the value. Parameters are called as a formal argument. When we call the function, we should pass values or data to the function. These values are called as actual argument, you can see. So for example, I have taken a function called add. Def add a comma b. So I have two parameters I have passed. So now in the body, I have written c is equal to a plus b and print c. Now while calling the function, I'm just using add x comma y, where I have passed x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 15. Now you can see here, the parameter whatever I'm passing inside the function, that is a and b, are called formal argument. And the parameter or the variable which I'm using to hold the value, that is called actual argument. Okay, x and y. So here x and y, whatever I'm passing while calling the function, is called actual argument, and a and b are called formal argument. Okay, now types of argument. In Python, there are 4 different types of actual argument are existing: positional argument, keyword argument, default argument, and variable length argument. Okay, now coming to positional argument, these are the argument passed to a function in correct positional order. The number of arguments and position of arguments should be matched, otherwise we will get error. Okay, you can see. So another function I have taken called sub, x comma y, print x minus y. Now while calling the function, I am passing sub 20 comma 10. So if you subtract like 20 minus 10, it will be 10. Right? So as the output, I am getting the 10. Now make a note. If we change the number of argument, then it will get error. This function accepts only 2 arguments. Then if we are trying to provide 3 arguments, 3 values, then we will get error. Now let's see an example. Now same previous function I have taken, like def sub of x comma y, print x minus y. While calling the function sub, I am passing 3 different values, 10 comma 20 comma 30. Now you can see it is throwing error, like type error. Sub function take 2 positional argument, but 3 we are giving. Are you getting my point? So it requires 2 positional argument, but we have given 3. Now keyword argument. Keyword argument are argument that organize the parameter by the name of the parameters. Below program example, name of the function is cat, product comma price, and parameters are product and price can be written as, at the time of calling this function, we must pass 2 values, and we can write which value is for what by using name of the parameter. For example, cat of product is equal to bangles, price is equal to 20,000. And another one, while calling the cat, product is equal to handbag, price is equal to, let's say, 1 lakh. So product and price are called as key in this scenario. Here we can change the order of the argument. Why? Because based upon the key only I am giving the value. So here order does not matter. You can see. While declaring the function, I am passing first product, then price. Right? And while calling also, I am using product is equal bangles and price equal 20,000. That's fine. So it's printing. Product is bangles and cost is 20,000, 2 lakhs and all. In your 20,000, right? Now you can see here again product and price. I am passing product is equal to handbag, price is equal to 1 lakh. Okay, and this is also printing the same. Now you can see here, while declaring the function, first I have given that cart is equal to product comma price, but while calling the function called cart, I am first giving the value of price, that is 1,200, and product is equal to cart. But I am getting the output, it's not throwing error. This is keyword argument. So keyword argument, in case of keyword argument, order does not matter. Why? Because based upon the keyword, based upon the key, it will take the value. But in case of positional argument, the orders matter. Position is matter. Okay. Now the third one called default argument, guys. During function definition, we can provide default values to the function parameter. Below program example, you can see, let's take the function name as cat, that is product comma price is equal to 40. Example, in Q shop, any item is like a 40 rupee cases. In above example, product have no default value, so we should provide price have default value as 40. Still, if you provide the value at time of calling, then default value will be override with the passing value. You can see. Now what are the default value I am passing? Now while declaring the def cat product comma price is equal to 40, now product and cost is equal to price. You can see while calling the function, I am passing the product is equal to 10, because while declaring the function, I have given a value of price, which is the default value, but I have not given the value of product. So while calling the value, function, I am giving the value for the product, that is pen. But even though I am not giving the value of price at the time of calling, it will take the default value, which is 40. So it will print the product is paid and cost is equal to 40. Getting my point, guys? So the concept is, whenever you are passing the argument at the time of function declaration, make sure you are giving, those value related to that variable at the time of function calling. If you are not giving, then it will take the default value or not. Okay. Now you can see cat product comma price is equal to 40. Now here, while calling the function cat product is equal to handbag, price is equal to 10,000. So here you are giving product is equal to handbag, so it will print product is equal to handbag. But cost, the price, the default value we are giving 40, but while calling you have given 10,000. So 10,000 will be overridden by the 40. So the 40 value will be overridden by the 10,000. So at the end, the final value, that is price, will be displayed. Okay, because the 40 will be overridden by the 10,000 value. Okay, similarly you can see product comma price 40, price I am giving 50, product is equal to 60. So as there is no default value, so while printing product is equal to 60 will print, but while giving the price value, okay, here you are seeing it's not able to override it. Why? If we are not passing any value, then only default value will be considered. Okay, so here while calling we are passing the value, but why it's not able to override? Because order is different. Okay, you can see variable length argument. If you define one parameter function, parameterized function, then during function calling we need to pass only one value. If we define two parameterized function, then during function calling we need to pass two values. If we pass more or less than two values, then we will get the error. If we get variable length argument function, then during function calling we can pass any number of values. You can see total cost, item 1 cost, item 2 cost. So while calling the function, I have to pass two different values, that's 1, 2. But here total cost, item 1 cost and item 2 cost. But where while calling, I am passing three different values, 1, 2, 3. That's why it is invalid. To accept any number of arguments, we need to use variable length argument. The variable length argument is an argument that can accept any number of variables. The variable length argument is written with a star, 1 star before variable in function definition. Definition, name of the function, that is x comma star of y, body of the function. X is a formal argument, star y is a variable length argument. Now we can pass any number of variable to this star y. Internally, the provided value will be represented in tuple. You can see here f of x, that is print x. While calling m function, I am passing the value 10. So 10 will be stored in the variable x. So while printing print x, it will print the value called 10. Similarly, let's take another example. Here I am passing one value, one variable while declaring the function, but while calling the function, I am passing two different values. That's why it is giving error, type error. Why? Because m function takes only one positional argument, but you have given two. Two were given. So how to avoid that? To avoid that, I have to use a variable length argument. For that, I have to use 1 star before that variable. You can see. So I'm declaring the function called m. Inside the star of x is present, print of x. So you can see while calling m, it's just printing empty function because I have not passed any value. Okay, let's pass some value. Star x, I'm passing 10, it is printing 10. So here star x, while calling the function I'm passing two different variables 10, 20. I'm getting 10, 20. It's not showing error. Previously, as it was only star, it is only x. While calling the function I'm passing two different variables 10, 20. It was showing error like this one. You can see, right? Only x is present, but while calling I'm passing two different variables. That's why it's showing error. But here, star x is present. While calling I'm passing two different variables. So it is not showing any error. I'm getting the output like 10, 20. Similarly, star x, print x. Now while calling, I'm passing 10, 20, 30. So three different variables I'm passing here. You can see. Okay. Now make a note. Formal and actual argument concept we can apply on constructor and method, which is OOPS concept as well. Now let's talk about anonymous function or lambda function. Guys, clear? Any doubts so far till this point? So what are the things we have discussed here in case of function or the method? Same things you can implement in case of constructor as well, which are the concept of OOPS concept. Okay. Now coming to anonymous function. The other name of anonymous function is also called as lambda function. It's very, very important, guys. A function without name is called as anonymous function. Generally, to define normal function, we need to use def keyword. To define anonymous function, we need to use lambda keyword. Now, lambda function syntax is lambda, then argument list we have to pass, then colon, then expression we have to use. Let's see the example. You will see, you will be able to understand the implementation. Advantages. By using lambda function, we can write very concise code so that readability of the program will be improved. For example, let's say I have taken a value called, let's say, 4. I want to find out the square of that value. So I've written x is equal to lambda a colon a star a. A means the element of the value that I want to take it. So x is equal to s of 4. So the value I'm passing 4. So it will give me the output that is 4 cross 4. It's nothing but 60. Getting my point? Here, because of lambda keyword, it creates anonymous function. A simple difference between normal and lambda function is, you can see, the square of t, return t star t. So I'm passing the square of 2, so it will give me 4. But in case of here, another function also I'm taking like r x comma y, return x plus y. R I'm passing the value 2 comma 3. So 2 will be getting stored in x variable, 3 will be getting stored in the y variable. Now whenever I'm adding, that is x plus y as part of the return, so it is giving me 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Getting my point? Similarly, can I do the same things by using the lambda function x? By using simply just writing one line of code, that is r is equal to lambda x comma y colon x plus y. Then I'm just passing the variable inside the r function, that is r1 comma 2. So 1 plus 2 will be 3. So 3 will display as part of that. So simplest way of writing, I can say the why we choose lambda function, because it is concise. Okay, as a developer we can write the concise code in one single line. I can declare my condition and everything. Okay, then I can achieve my output by using the lambda function. I no need to write multiple lines of code. Okay, that's all about the functional programming in Python, guys. Upcoming classes will discuss about the object-oriented principle, object-oriented concept that we are implementing in case of Python programming. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day.